We're back with a Kilowatt Socials client interview. This was our client, Drew Walker. What's up, Drew?
What's going on, Adam?
Nothing much, man. Glad to have you on here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Could you briefly describe your business and what you do?
I'm an electrical contractor, so I do all types of electrical work from security systems to power distribution.
Is it just you right now, or how many employees do you have?
It's just me. I've been having a hard time finding good help, but I have a new guy starting with me tomorrow.
But so you're mostly a solo guy.
Yep. Okay. One-man band.
Can you share where you were before and after working with us, implementing what we did in terms of like extra revenue generated and how many calls you're getting?
Before, I would say I had a steady streamline of work from before I officially started the company and went off on my own, leaving my previous job to do so. I had a steady flow of work. And then after working with you, putting out the website and the video, I would say I'm getting an extra 3 to 6 calls a day, which I'm inundated by calls at this point. It's overwhelming, which is a very good problem to have as far as problems go. And as far as revenue increase, I would say it's got to be an extra $2,000 to $2,500 per week. And if I could get to all the jobs, it would be a lot more than that.
And just for context too, so before we came in, what did you have? Like it was just word of mouth strictly?
Yeah, it was just word of mouth. It was just, building a natural network of people that I know and building relationships.
Okay, so then we implemented a video and like a brand new website. And it's like, once that was implemented, how quickly did you notice a pickup?
It was almost immediate. I would say max, it was about a week went by before I started to notice a tremendous difference. And I ask people specifically, like how'd you find me? And people will say, I just Googled you. And I don't do any SEO. I don't do any optimization. It's just the impact of, people will look it up. My name will come up. They're able to click on the website. The website looks very professional and it legitimizes me and my business. And that video gives me a little personality so they know who they're inviting into their home.
Outside of the obvious increase in like word of mouth, the more jobs you do, the better your reputation spreads. You didn't do anything else. You did no SEO, no ads, no anything besides.
No, not a single thing, just working with you. What we did.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And the difference is outrageous.
So before we kind of talked about doing this project, like what did you have in mind? Like, cause you were going to get a good website anyway. Mm-hmm. We got you, like Mary Kate hooked you up with the branding package and everything, but what did you think about doing a video? Like, do you remember how that came about or what your thoughts were at first?
Well, I think you prompted the idea, especially working with my brother, but I personally, I wouldn't have even thought of it. It wouldn't have come from me, but I'm very glad that you brought that up and had us do that because I think that video made all the difference.
Do you see a lot of other people that do videos like that? Is it kind of hit or miss or like?
No, I've seen a couple of guys make attempts and kind of flop or fall flat. It would have looked similar to what I would have done if I did it myself. Not nearly as good as what you were able to bring to the table and put together.
So based on the increase and everything like that, and that's been back in February, we launched that. Pretty immediate effects. And then, we're into almost July now. Like, where do you see the next 6 months? Like, where are you taking the business and like, what are you doing with all that growth now?
Well, ideally, I'm trying to put together a team so I could actually scale the business up to the next step. And I'm shooting for about 100% growth within the next 6 months.
And I got to ask too, like, were you surprised at like the immediate impact?
Yeah, I was absolutely surprised and unprepared because I didn't really have the back end infrastructure of having a team put together because it's just me and I could only work so many hours in a day and get so many things done in a day. So I'm definitely leaving work on the table by being ill-prepared on that end. But again, that's the best problem that you could have in a business, as long as you're keeping your customers happy.
If somebody was on the fence about working with us or doing something similar, what would you say to them?
I mean, I would say it's a no-brainer. It'll pay for the investment. Like for me, it was almost immediate. You know what I mean? So it definitely pays for itself. I could say I could personally guarantee that,
Yeah.
Obviously, it depends on the business, but
yeah.
But yeah, for me, it was a sure thing.
Any final thoughts you want to leave to anybody in your shoes who's like thinking about doing something like this, or they're trying other things for their business or just in general?
I mean, I would say obviously you have to build up your own reputation through word of mouth. That's very important and critical to any business, especially one that's local. But this, again, if you want to take your business up one level, this is the way to do it, for sure.
Thank you. Really
Thanks for
appreciate
having
it.
me, brother.
All right.